So when I made the tier list, I put Varus on number 3, but no, he's number 1. Like, Varus is so unbelievably disgustingly powerful. However, he's not easy to play. Like, this champion actually requires a lot of skill. And I mean, to prove to you that he's insanely broken right now, if you look at my stats, I have an 80% win rate on Varus. 2 out of those 3 losses were troll teams, and one out of those losses, I actually got destroyed really hard. So I got a good grasp of what counters Varus now. But especially this patch, where it's the tank meta, right? AP Varus excels, and on top of it, they also buffed him. They are nerfing him a little bit the next patch as well. They're reducing the AP ratio from his ultimate from 100% back to 85, which is okay. Not a deal breaker at all. Because the only thing that happens is he'll deal a little bit less damage to squishies, like with his ultimate. But we'll talk all about this during the gameplay. First, let me explain to you guys how to build Varus, because this is important. You have to build him correctly. First item, always Gnasher's Tooth. Like, this is the core item. Every single game, Gnasher's Tooth, just build it. For the boots, I would not even say pretty much always. I would literally say always. 100% of the games, you go Glutinous Greaves. I really don't care what you're up against. 100% of the games, Glutinous Greaves. Because the thing with Varus is, he probably does the single most burst damage as an ADC to tanks. Yeah, there is not a single ADC in the game that does as much burst damage as Varus. What does this mean? Let's say the enemy Garen engages on you. He chunks down half of your HP. You then ult the Garen, use your second ability, basic attack him a few times, use your first ability, you'll literally heal up to full HP. I'm not even kidding, you're actually gonna heal up to full HP. Because when you have the Glutinous Greaves, and the Riftmaker, and the Hunter Vampirism, you're gonna have 30% Vampirism. You know, when you do 2000 damage, which is normal as a Varus, 30% of that is 600. You're gonna be healing up for 600 HP after that initial 2000 damage that you do. Do you understand why it's completely broken to go for Vampirism on Varus? So, second item is gonna be a Riftmaker, not a Rabadon's Deathcap. It's not efficient yet to go Rabadon's Deathcap here. And see, the thing with Riftmakers, you kind of have to play around it. So when you get this item, let's say you ult the enemy. You don't want to instantly use your first ability after that. You want to basic attack the enemies a few times, use your second ability, and when you reach 3 seconds, so when you reach the true damage part, that's when you'll try to go for your first ability, or try to proc your stacks. Because that's when you're gonna do the most damage. You're gonna do the true damage, right? So, third item is gonna be a Rabadon's Deathcap. Here it becomes efficient. Fourth item, always a Void Staff. To be honest, you can go third item Void Staff if you're up against a lot of magic resist. You really need to try to go Rabadon's Deathcap though, but if they have lots and lots of magic resist, it's more efficient to go for a Void Staff. So yeah, you go for Rabadon's Deathcap, then Void Staff, and the last item is situational. If if you're dominating the game, or if you're not having that much of a hard time against the enemies, you go for an Infinity Orb. If the enemies have types of compositions that can catch you out, like Vi, like Malphite, like those types of champions, you go for Banshee's View, and you have to play very carefully. You want to utilize this shield. Don't let the enemies proc it for free. If you need armor, I suppose you could go for Crystalline's Reflector. This one I've tried, but meh. Anti-heal I've tried, but you don't need it. You're gonna one-shot the enemy anyways. You just don't need anti-heal. And to be honest, Guardian Angel is the last one I want to talk about. It is playable, but you kind of want to get more damage instead. But if you really want the Guardian Angel, if you want the armor, you can go for it. Mantle or Armor on Twin Guard, don't go for it on Varus. It doesn't make sense. For the enchantments, you can go for Stasis or Protobelt. Protobelt is great, of course, because you can dash to the enemy and ult them. Stasis is, of course, great. You have a Stasis. For the runes, you go for Conqueror. Keep in mind, fully stacked Conqueror gives you another 5% Vampirism. So you're going to have even more. You're all about Vampirism when you play Varus. Here, as I said, Hunter Vampirism. Gathering Storm is also playable if you want that late game power. Giant Slayer is also playable if you want even more damage against tanks. But as I said, honestly, I always go Hunter Vampirism, and I've had great success with it. Just, the Vampirism is way too broken on Varus, basically. Third rune, you go for Bone Plating. It's all about not getting bursted down as a Varus. And then fourth rune, you go for Mana Flow Band. I see some people go for Hunter Genius, sorry. I don't really get it, because you kind of need the mana, especially early game, so Mana Flow Band is going to be great when you play AP Varus. For the spells, you go for Exhaust and Flash. So that is it about the build, guys. Let's now get... Oh, It's a bit glitched, but let's get into the gameplay. I need to scroll it up a little bit. Put it correctly. There we go. Oh. Yeah, now it's correctly. So I am doing a skin giveaway this month, like always. Well, not like always, but I'm giving away 3 skins. All you have to do to enter is put down a comment under this video and other videos to increase your chances. So, I chose this game on purpose because, I don't know, games were going too easy when I was playing AP Varus. I didn't want to show you guys a stomp. So I wanted to show you a game like this one. It's a little bit funny, this game, because I think a lot of people were trash talking this game. But we'll see. So, when you play Varus at level 1, you kind of want to chill. You're not the strongest level 1, but you're also not the weakest. There is one thing that you can utilize as a Varus, which is in his passive abilities, whatever. There is one thing you can utilize to actually be decently strong in the early game. And you can see that I'm utilizing it here. And I'm going to ask you guys to test your knowledge. What part of Varus can you use to actually make him viable in the early game and trade with the enemies? Test your knowledge. Think about it. Think about it. Okay, I want you guys to think about this one. Pause the video. Test your knowledge. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see what you guys' thoughts are. So here you can see the way that I'm playing my lane. I'm gonna let out one detail, because that's the test your knowledge. Is I'm just poking the enemy with my third ability, trying to hit both of them at the same time whenever I can. Sometimes I'm shooting my first ability on them, but really not often, because the damage you're getting out of your first ability is really not that worth it, because you go for attack speed, you're not going for attack damage. So you generally don't want to use your first ability to poke the enemy, unless you can really bully them, unless you can really bully them with it. So let me know what the answer, or I'm gonna let you know what the answer is to the test your knowledge. The answer is Varus's passive. When you kill a minion, you get 30% bonus attack speed. Oof, I would have killed him. When you kill a minion, you get 30% bonus attack speed for 7 seconds. 7 seconds. Now what does this mean? When you kill a minion, you get bonus attack speed. But what does this mean is you can actually trade with the enemy, because your basic attacks are going to be very fast. Especially at level 3, this becomes very powerful. Because normally Varus is not that strong of a level 3 champion. But when you utilize this passive, when you kill a minion, you're going to be able to get 3 stacks of the Blight on the enemy and proc it with your arrow, which is going to do a decent amount of damage early game. Quite decent. Especially if you're executing the enemy as well on top with your second ability. And this is the whole way of playing AP Varus. You can already start playing AP Varus in the early game by utilizing your passive. And in the late game, this becomes even more important, because I know a lot of people that play AP Varus. They just really do their thing. They don't really pay attention to the passive. And actually, a lot of people don't seem to pay attention to Varus's passive, because they've learned that they play AD Varus. All they have to do is shoot an arrow and that's it. But when you play AP Varus, you really actually have to use the passive to fully utilize this kit. So I want you guys to pay attention to it all the time. Like when you attack a minion, remember you get a lot of attack speed. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of damage. I'm not using my first ability immediately because Braum used his shield, but I shot it right through both of them there. But unfortunately, Katarina showed up. We should have kind of known. But unfortunately, Katarina showed up. I would have just killed both of them easily, by the way. But Katarina showed up and I didn't realize. We didn't have vision. Oh, yeah, I remember. Here the trash talking will start. Like this Twisted Fate. I don't really know what's wrong with him, but he's just talking. You should never get tilted when you play AP Varus, because you're gonna carry the late game. Like, just don't lose early game hard. And try to get kills early game. And the way that you can get kills as an AP Varus is using your ultimate. You can catch someone off guard, and you'll pretty much well, not one shot, but you can kill enemies pretty easily. Yeah, I told the mayor to shut up, and yeah, just don't even talk. Just stay in your lane, do your thing. I got you. Regardless of your trash talking right now, I got you, because I'm playing AP Varus. Like here you could see, when I get this confident on a champion, it means the champion is broke. Like Varus is just utterly broken. However, Braum is actually so annoying to play against when you're a Varus. And another few champions that I realized are very annoying when I play Varus is like assassin types of champions like Zed. Oh, Zed is so annoying. Like playing AP Varus against a good Zed is hell. Because you're never gonna catch the Zed basically. He's always going to be using his ultimate and ghosts. You're never going to catch Zed. You're really going to have to waste your flash and everything like that to catch the Zed. Katarina is also hella annoying, and I learned that this game because she can also dash around all the time. Essentially, champions that can dash around a lot are annoying, like Lucian as well. Vayne is a little bit annoying too. But when you pick Varus, you should only pay attention to how much mobility does the enemy really have, and how fast is the enemy. Because there's also champions that are really fast that can be annoying to catch. Like Jhin, for example. Oh, Jhin is also so annoying to catch because he's really fast when he, either goes for Yuma's Ghostblade or when he goes for full crit. So it's really hard to catch him. Here I'm kind of sacrificing my team. Oh, they were here though. Oh, he pushed it. The Vayne I used my ultimate first, but then the Vayne actually pushed me away. Oh, that's so unlucky. That was honestly well played by the Vayne. She avoided my ultimate just like that. Look at the damage I'm getting, by the way. It's quite decent already. If I hit Vayne with an arrow here, I kill her. So, arrow hit. There we... Wait, she's not dead? Yeah. As you can see, I just don't have that much damage yet. Like, I was really trying to get a kill early on in the game. Because that's obviously the ideal world. But this game is not the ideal world. And I want to show you guys games that are not the ideal world. I want to tell you guys, though. Probably every single game except this one, I got a kill in the early game. Even the other games that I lost. But like this game was just really unlucky. Like this Katarina really had it on us, and our mid laner was not really ganking. So you can clearly see I'm 0-2 right now. Actually, this game we also got a kill early game, but it was not me. My support got the kill. So actually every single game I've gotten a kill in the early game, but not necessarily me. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, in the ideal world, you catch the enemy with your ultimate. And I want to tell you guys another thing, by the way. Just use your ultimate as an AP Varus, because the ultimate is on such a low cooldown. Because remember, Nashor's Tooth gives you 25 ability haste. Riftmaker gives you another 15 ability haste. And Varus's ultimate is already on a pretty low cooldown. So what am I trying to say? Just use it. Just use it. Like, don't try to use it perfectly. I can try to use it perfectly and not miss almost any ultimate. But just use it. Because, like, sometimes you'll really chunk down the enemies with it, and you'll be able to push the turret, for example. And then when the enemy goes back and they're back to your lane, you're gonna have your ultimate again. That's the thing. You know what I did here, by the way? Actually, I'm gonna go back. I want to show you guys the concept that I did here. Let me show you. This may seem like an unimportant thing, but I want to teach you every single part of playing AP Varus. So, first of all, here I tried to last hit the minion. But look, let me show you what I did while attacking the turret. This is how you take the turret in the most efficient way. Remember when I told you that the passive gives you 30% attack speed for like 7 seconds? Take a look at what I do to this turret. Look, I take the small minion, then I attack the turret. Look, like 4 seconds I attack the turret, and then I attack the other minion, and then I attack the turret again. What I am doing here is I'm trying to utilize the bonus attack speed for as long as possible. Because now I used it the whole time while attacking the turret. Ooh. I'm gonna try to kill him. I just need his shield to run out. I just need the stupid shield to run out. Oh, they're here again. You see, like, Braum is really annoying with his shield. Because you won't do enough damage to his shield. Like, I know you destroy tanks, but you won't do enough damage to his shield. Like, not at all. And this was probably the worst early game I have ever had as an AP Varus. Like, pretty much the worst I've ever had. And what I was gonna talk about, by the way, right now, like before the next patch, Varus's ultimate is pretty cracked. Like, when you shoot it on an enemy, it will actually deal like 1500 damage. It's unbelievable. So essentially, you will one-shot a squishy, because your ult will half-life a squishy. Next update, they are reducing the scaling from 100% to 85. You're still gonna be fine. You're just not gonna one-shot squishes as easily, but the buff they did to his second ability is the real deal. Like, I'm honestly not sure why they buffed his second ability, because it was already definitely good enough. Especially in the tank meta. Varus would have already been like S tier. But I mean, we gotta play the system, right? Actually, I know why they buffed him, because AP Varus is really hard to play. People just don't know how to play it. Like, I remember making an AP Varus video back in the day, and people were like, wow, you really opened my eyes about how to play this champion. I didn't know this, I didn't know that. And I haven't even talked about half the stuff I need to talk about yet. So let's talk about the second ability. When do you use it? How do you use it? What's the point of it? So there are two parts of the second ability. The first part is it passively gives you like a percentage damage when you proc your blight stacks. So when you have one stack on the enemy, let's say for example it's on 10% for me. If I have one stack on the enemy and I use an arrow or my third ability, you know, whenever I use any ability, it will do 10% of the enemy's current HP. Ah, here. I missed, but it's okay. 10% of the enemy's current HP. If I have 2 stacks on the enemy, it will do... Come on! Oh, I got her. If I have 2 stacks, it will do 20%. If I have 3 stacks, it does 30%. But this is magic damage. In the late game, you can get up to 20% on your second ability. So what it means is if you have 3 stacks on the enemy, your next ability is gonna do 60%, 60 yes, of the enemy's maximum health HP damage. Here I was waiting for a shield to run out. Oh, I sniped him. You see that? You see that? A Braum with 30% health. I killed him just like that. I hit it. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna have my second ability here, so it should be enough. Yeah. So yeah. What I was talking about, the second part of the second ability is it gives you bonus executing damage. When you use your second ability, your next arrow is gonna execute the enemy, as in like it's gonna do bonus damage based on their missing HP. This one is based on missing HP. However, my experience playing Varus, you're not gonna utilize the missing HP part as much. You're more gonna be using the... Oh, there's a third part, by the way. When you use your second ability, you're gonna do double the on-hit damage with your basic attacks. What it means is, when you get ability power, your basic attacks are gonna do bonus damage, bonus magic damage. When you activate your second ability, this bonus damage gets doubled. Look, I'm doing 89 damage right now. Part of it is Nashor's Tooth, but part of it is gonna get doubled because of my second ability. This is really powerful because your basic attacks already do a lot of damage. But when you use your second ability, it does even more. So unless all of the enemies are super low, you kind of want to use your second ability to do the double damage, basically. You don't want to try to hit the perfect arrow to... I hit her? Oh, he's using a shield! Stupid shield, man! The shield from Braum saved the Morgana. This is such a rough game. Like, clearly this Braum knows what he's doing. And that's why this was actually a good game, because this Braum really knew what the hell he was doing. So, now let's talk about how you ult, because this is also important. And a few common misconceptions. Oh, Fiora's internet, unfortunately. But your ultimate, so you shoot it on the enemy. First of all, when you shoot it on an enemy, it looks around the enemy and sees if there's any enemies around them. If there's a few enemies around them, they're gonna get chained as well, not rooted immediately. But after the root runs out on the middle guy, it will spread to everyone else that was close. If they step out of the range, it's not gonna spread. This can be so powerful, because when it spreads, it does the damage as well. And when you ult an enemy, or after you ult the enemy, the next 3 seconds, every second they're gonna get a stack of blight light, whatever it's called. I'm gonna kill the Katarina here probably. Come on, surely. Ah, she's not dead. So unlucky. She's 100%. She's 1 HP. But yes. So what it means is, during 3 seconds, you're passively gaining stacks of blight light. Now, what this also means is basically the perfect way to combo your ultimate is to wait for like 1 second or 2 seconds, do a basic attack, use your third ability to do damage, then you use your second ability. You can actually also use your second ability before, if you were really fast on Varus. Then hit the enemy 2 more times, then passively get another stack because of the 3rd second of your ultimate, and then use an arrow. This is the one-shot combo. This is the mid-game one-shot combo on Varus. I'm gonna repeat, because I want you guys to understand this one. Because I know this may sound a bit complicated. When you ult the enemy, you know, you ulted the enemy, then it's gonna count. 1, 2, 3. Every second, it's gonna put 1 stack of the blight light from your second ability on them. Passively. So if you basic attack the enemy on top of it, you're gonna put even more stacks on. That's what you need to understand about it. So what I'm trying to say is the most efficient way to do as much damage as you can, ult the enemy, basic attack, or 2 basic attacks if you have a lot of attack speed. Then you use your third ability to proc the damage. You're gonna half-life the enemy, or depending on the game, like... So look. I'm trying to do as much damage as I can here. I killed the Garen, actually. Katarina! Ooh! Look at all the healing! He's dead as well! Doing so much damage. What was I talking about? Yeah, you do basic attack, use your third ability, then there's gonna be one more stack passively, or 2, depending on how fast you are. You use your second ability, and then you arrow and execute the enemy. You will execute the enemy. So that is the most efficient combo. However, in the late game, when you have 5 items, you're gonna do it a bit faster. Because you're gonna use your ultimate, you're gonna use your third ability without basic attacking at all. Then you only do 1 basic attack, second ability, and instantly one-shot the enemy with your arrow. Like, that is the late game combo. Yes, and as a Varus, another important tip is you wanna keep fighting. You never really wanna run away. You wanna keep fighting because, as I said, you have so much vampirism, and when you stack up your Conqueror as well, you're gonna have even more. So you can basically out-heal the enemy damage. And now I'm talking about mid-late game. Because if you actually pay attention to the fights that I'm having, I'm never really running away. If I'm running away, I'm fighting while I'm running. Because that's the way to go with Varus. You want to keep fighting. Because the whole power, the whole tankiness of AP Varus comes from him being, him having a lot of vampirism, him constantly healing up. You just don't want to get one shot. That's it. Just don't get one shot and you should be fine. I could Protobelt towards the Braum here. I think I'm gonna do it. Never mind, he dashed away. Again, I could Protobelt to catch them here, but it's risky because they have so many champions to catch me out. I have no idea what Fiora is doing here. The Morgana shield survived that thing from me there. Look, again, I am running, but I am fighting while I'm running. But now, like, of course, we're not gonna do too well here. But look, I am not just running. I'm still fighting. I'm literally still fighting, you see? So like, this is the way to go with Varus. You want to fight all the time. And especially, I want you guys to pay attention to the passive again. If you kill an enemy, you're not going to get 30% attack speed. You're going to get 60% attack speed. So after you kill the first enemy, you basically become giga buffed. Giga buffed. Like, unbelievably giga chat buffed. And here's second ability. Shooting through as many as I can. Oh, I hit the Braum. Boom! Look at the damage on the Morgana. Okay, Katarina, boom! Look at the damage as well. I'm not even... I only have 3 items, by the way. This is 3 item Varus. Boom! Vayne is also dead. Because I used the executing... Look, I'm full HP. Look at how much I'm healing. Look at how much I'm healing, guys. This is what I want you guys to pay attention to. So, how the hell did I just kill all of them? This is the passive of the second ability. When you put stacks on... Okay, so look. Third ability, second ability, first ability. This is the exact combo that I talked about earlier. Remember, guys? It's like having a hot knife and melting through butter. But I want to show you guys the Garen combo that I did again. Because this is the exact combo that I tried to teach you guys earlier. Here you could see it in action. So remember, ult the enemy. Basically, first let's look at here. I just demolished Vayne. But yeah, what I did was I ulted the Garen. Basic attack, third ability. And then basic attack, second ability, first ability. Take a look. Take a look and take a look at the abilities that I use. So, look. Ult, basic attack, third ability, basic attack. And then second ability and one shot. The reason that I waited a little bit longer here, by the way, is because Garen's second ability has damage reduction. Normally, I would have instantly one-shotted the champion, but because it's a Garen and he has his second ability, he has damage reduction. So, like, I waited it out, and then I killed him. Another tip. When you use your third ability, you can actually hit a basic attack right after you use your third ability. And before it lands, you're gonna hit your basic attack. So, essentially, if you already have 2 stacks on the enemy, you can use your third ability, and while your third ability is in the air, look, like I did on the red buff here. While your third ability is in the air, you're gonna be able to hit another basic attack and proc your third stack as well. Do maximum damage. So these are all things to like... These are details, but you have to get down the details as well when you want to play AP Varus, because it's all really, really important. If I ult Katarina here, she's dead. She ran away. They're desperately trying to kill me. But look, guys. But look, oh my god. After you kill one enemy, you become just ultra buffed. Like, you're... Look at how fast my basic attack... Look, just look. And combine that with perfectly proccing your abilities, you're just gonna melt through the enemy, squishy or not. It doesn't even matter. It's just... Oh, this champion is ridiculous. Actually ridiculous champion. And remember when I told this team, I'm gonna carry you guys anyways? And I'm even playing with a Lulu. Lulu makes you even stronger. Maybe we can end the game here, actually. I can just try to kill the Braum here. Okay, look. Look. Wow. And it's game over. I probably, like... Let's take a look at how much damage I did, guys, because this is ridiculous. I had games where I did crazier damage than this. But again, I wanted to show you guys this particular game, because I got destroyed early game. So to show you how to actually kind of make a comeback with AP Varus. Because everyone knows, you know, if I destroy the enemy early game, of course I'm gonna win the game. But look. 52,000 damage. 52! That's insane. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next HellsDevil video.